Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying our little Halloween treat week. Now, we're moving on now to day 3. So if you haven't seen day 1 yet, have a look in the description below and you'll see how we made some crackers using the envelope punch board. Day 2, we made these little pinch top boxes. And now day 3, we're going to make some lantern shaped ones. Now I've already made one using Charmed by Graphic 45. Now, of course, I'm making Halloween ones, but they are suitable for all occasions. Change the paper and you've got some baby shower ones, some birthday ones, even Christmas ones. I did contemplate doing the Christmas theme and having the letter to Santa, but the Halloween ones are a lot of fun. Plus, I'd made an album using Charmed, so I had a few sheets left over. And all these are very economical because you get 6 of each one from one sheet of 12 by 12, because all of them are 4 by 6 or smaller. So if you are using a 12 by 12 sheets, cut it at 6 down the middle and then strips of 4 inches that way, because you do want them landscape. So I've got these left over from my sheets as well. So I'm going to decide now with this lantern. We could go with our pumpkin one and decorate it up by adding extra because it's quite a plain one. Or if you go for a really patterned one like this one, then all your decoration is pretty much done for you, as you can see with this one, which did seem to work quite well with a trick or treat. No tricks, all treats does work all the way around that one. So let's go with this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my scoreboard, and I've done a little template already, although this one I have written on the back of it. So I'm going to work backwards. You can see there. So if you wanted to see the measurements, but they're quite simple and I'll take you through them now. So we're going to start off with our landscape piece across the top. And we're going to squat 1 3/8. So there's my 1 inch. I'm just going to count 3 channels. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 3/8. Then 2 3/4. So these measurements are very similar to the pinch top, but we've got some extra coming up in a second. 4 1/8 and 5 1/2. And then you want to put it so the top of your box is to the left and score at 1/2, 1 and 1 1/2, and then at 2 7/8. So there's my 3. I'm just going back 1 channel. Or you can turn around and go 1 1/8 from the bottom, whichever you find easiest. So we're done with our punch board. So you probably can't see as well as I can, but I've got a 1/2 inch on the top, which I'm going to fold backwards to create a mountain fold. Then the next one is going to be a valley. So I'm working on those 1/2 inch strips at the moment, and then fold back to make another mountain here. So we've got a sort of an M shape going on, and then the last one is going into mountains with folding them back, and then all the other ones, the vertical ones, we're just going to fold like so. So let's bring our template back. And it says, in the envelope punch board, punch at 1 inch. So what we're going to do, this is the top of my box. So that's off to the left. This is my 1/2 inch. These are my wider ones, my 4 sides. So that's the bit I'll be sticking down. So I'm going to fold that over, place it in my scoreboard. So the fold is actually going in, so we're punching through both layers. And I'm lining the top, or the left hand side, with the 1 inch mark. I'm punching. You do need to press hard because we are going through 2 sheets of G45. And then I'm just folding over and doing the next one and the next one. So we've done that on all of those folds. And then we also want one on the end. So this is then just opened up and pressed. So you're just going through the 1. Okay. So you can see I folded over, punch, fold over, punch, fold over, punch, fold over, punch, and then just punched on the end. Here's the waist. And the next bit, I'm going to turn over. This is the bottom now, so I'm going to trim up each of these score lines and stopping at the first horizontal. And with this one on the end, this 1/2 inch piece, we can just sort of miter it off to create a tab. So now I turn it over. I'm going to put a little bit of tape or glue on that 1/2 inch bit just at the top and on that bit as well. Okay, so keeping that unglued, and we are wanting that to remain intact. So I've exposed my adhesive, so I need to be careful. I'm going to fold it over, and then I've got my 2 sticky bits there. When I fold this over, they will match up and press. And you can see, because I've used such decorative papers, it sort of decorated itself. Now, the difference between this and the pinch top is, so all we're going to do now is press the top, and you'll see how it sort of creates a top which is all sealed around. With the pinch top, we had these little gaps. With this one now, do it tight, and it's like a sort of a lantern shape. Now, this one would be okay to make if you wanted to do it in black cardstock and stick bits onto here. You could do it that way. So now we just need to seal up our base. Just open up the bottom. So you can use tape like I did with the pinch top. This time I'm just going to use glue. So this bit is going to come here. Now, because these bits are shorter than my box, you don't want to cover it all with glue. So I'm putting a bit on that edge and a bit on this edge. And when they meet, you get a nice adhesion without glue going where it's not supposed to. So turn it over, get a bone folder, ruler, pencil, pen, whatever you want, and squeeze down. Now these two are going to glue onto this, so it doesn't matter how much glue I put on. So I'm just going to cover it all and cover this one. So let's glue and glue. So then these, then you can drop your treat inside and then tie it up. So I'm going to take this, no, let's leave it in and I'll open it up later. So now you want to get a nice tight. So I'm using, rather than ribbon, some 1mm wax cord. It's just thinner, it's strong, and with Halloween, it sort of works. So I've done one, and what we can do now is get some underneath, and we can add more, so it's like cobwebby. So I'm going to tie this around. It does look like spider legs and things coming around. Of course, you could add another one and go as much as you want. So I hope you've enjoyed day 3, and please let me know in the comments below how you're enjoying our treat week. Have you got any favourites so far? What are you planning on doing? What would you make them for? Any events or something different you could do them? But you can see that they're quite economical. You can make a bunch of different ones and chuck them in the bowl. You can make them all the same. And because you're getting 6 out of one 12 by 12 sheet of all of these so far, you know, the world's your oyster, go for it. Make as many as you want. So thank you for watching. And as I said, if you have enjoyed, please hit that thumbs up beneath the video. If you want links to the other videos, have a look in the description below as well. And there's day 3. Day 4 is going to look quite a bit different. We're going to start making boxes purely using the envelope punch board. So we're going to use the punch board again, but in a different way. So please come back tomorrow. And if you do have a go, please also share in my Facebook group, Paper Crafting with Paul, which you'll find a link in the description below, or just type in Paper Crafting with Paul into Facebook. Join my group and you'll see what other people have been making, following my tutorials as well, and lots of useful links and tips and things in there too. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again next time.